Feeling bad can be good. Feeling bad can be good. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, I'll say that I have covered things very similar in previous videos. One was a conversation about shame, and another is the review of the movie Whiplash. So those will be links at the end of this video. And I'll reference those things a bit here. But feeling bad can be good. Obviously, everything in moderation, everything should be balanced, and feeling really, 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 really bad about yourself when you shouldn't isn't good. But sometimes feeling bad is good. And I have a problem with the notion that people just don't want to feel bad, because that's usually synonymous with people don't want to take responsibility for their actions. We're all human, we're all fallible, we're complicated, we have nuance, and we make mistakes. And I believe that accompanying those mistakes should be an admission of making those mistakes, which probably doesn't feel good. And that feeling of not feeling good can help us to make better choices, can help us to do better. Therefore, feeling bad can be good. Again, there's a balance. You shouldn't be going into a massive hole of self-hatred because you didn't take the garbage out and you should have taken it out, and now you've got garbage for a week and the thing's full, whatever, right? Like, no. But you probably could have been like, crap, I should have stopped doing what I was doing and taken the garbage out like I said I was going to take out. And then we wouldn't have this consequence of like having this overloaded garbage, and we don't have enough room, and what are we going to put with whatever, and like there's natural consequences to that, but also you can just think like, that sucks, like I need to do better. And that's all that it has to be sometimes. It's just like, darn it, like I need to do better. Feeling bad doesn't have to last a long time, and you're human, and you could give yourself some grace and recognize that you're human, but sometimes, depending on the severity of the transgression or the act, or even the thought, you might need to feel bad for longer, and that might be very appropriate. And there's something that I've noticed happen so many times in my life, in interactions with other people. I'm going to sneeze, and I never edit out sneezes. One of the things that I have noticed in my interactions with people over the years is that some people say things, like when you have close relationships with people, romantic relationships or friendships or what have you, or even family, sometimes you might call them out on something. You might feel comfortable enough to do that and feel like you should be allowed to do that. In order for the relationship to get better, you're communicating something that maybe you don't like, that they can change, that would be better for your relationship. And sometimes telling someone that thing might make them feel not good. And some people have a very adverse reaction to that, whether it be because of pride or narcissism or who knows what. And some people end up saying things like, "You're making me feel bad." To which I would respond, "No, I'm not making you feel any way. I'm telling you how I feel. I'm telling you what I would like or what I need, and I'm telling you that I don't like this thing. And the fact that you feel bad that's probably the appropriate response. Yeah, you probably should feel bad for doing whatever that thing was that you did. And maybe by you yelling at me or doing whatever, that was maybe an inappropriate response for the stimuli at the time, for the situation. Yeah, maybe you should feel bad about the way that you acted. Yeah." And people sometimes talk about how you're making me feel bad. It's like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not making you feel anything, but I am bringing something to your attention, and you feeling bad is the response that I would hope for. I'm not bringing it up to make you feel bad. It is not an abusive gesture. It is not, berating you and telling you how horrible of a person you are and you suck and you'll never be worth anything. No, these conversations can happen in a very constructive and healthy civil way, or seemingly they can be presented that way on one end of the spectrum, and yet someone can take them as though you are doing this thing to them, that you are attacking them with the truth. Even though you could be presenting things in a very diplomatic and conscientious manner, but you maybe need some things to change for your relationship to continue. Again, that could be a working relationship or a friendship or familial or romantic or what have you. And I've just run into that many times where people say, "You're making me feel bad," like that's a bad thing. It's like, no, that's what you should be feeling. If I'm telling you that you did something that hurt me or gave me an opportunity to feel pain that I shouldn't have had that opportunity to feel, or whatever it was, you stole something of mine, or you acted in a way that was not good for the situation. If I'm bringing that up and telling you I don't like it and you feel bad, okay, cool. And what? Do something about it. Like, feeling bad is this thing that so many people are adverse to. Like, I'm adverse to sadness because I don't know what to do with it, and I'm learning how to work with that. But, like, it makes me anxious for a lot of reasons. I feel like whatever. And maybe that's how some people are adverse to feeling bad. But, like, me feeling sad isn't going to be something that I'm going to take out on another person and say, "You made me feel sad, and now I'm upset at you and angry," and whatever else. But some people get very defensive when you say things and they feel bad about the thing that you've brought up. And that's silly, of course, because we need those feelings. We need to feel bad. Sometimes they're not interactions. Sometimes they're things that we ourselves do, and we can recognize that we can do better, and we feel bad about the things that we have done, and we want to change. Heaven forbid, right? So feeling bad can be good. I mean, it goes back to just that quote of the quote that I can't recall exactly how to pronounce in Latin, in circulitus invenitur, something of that nature. In filth it will be found. Going back to like, oh my goodness, I just forgot his name. He dealt a lot with the shadow self and so on. I want to call him a psychologist and philosopher, but anyway, yeah, that like you have to do real difficult, hard, dirty work in order to find what you want in yourself, in order to progress and grow and change. Those things are not easy. Those things come with some feelings that we don't want to feel, yet we need to feel in order to have even motivation or incentive or recognize that something needs to change. If we felt good all the time and someone said "good job" after we did something that wasn't great, or they were just indifferent and they didn't say anything to us, that will probably enable that poor behavior. Sometimes we cannot analyze ourselves well enough in order to recognize our own poor behaviors, and we need to be told. And obviously the presentation style makes a difference to a degree, but we need to be open to that if we're actually people that want to change and have a certain amount of depth and care for ourselves.